Sent the juice. Good luck, Doc.
Live from Sacramento, California, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Athletics. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up. And on the hill in this one, Jacob Lopez. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Coming up on the first pitch, Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. Now time is called here. Pitching coach on his way out. Now. And we're underway here in the home opener. This one smoked out to left. One down. Here's Ohtani.
So back in 2023, Shohei hit a home run, stole a base, and had a scoreless pitching outing in the same game. You'll never guess the last person to do it.
Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, you're good.
I feel like I've heard that one before. That's off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Got him. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. Rappy coming to the plate now. Two down, nobody on. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Just missed.
Ball.
Good eye in that spot. Got him swinging for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound for Kansas City in this one, Steven Kolick. How about a scouting report on him? Stepping in, Jacob Wilson.
Shortstop, number 5, Jacob Wilson.
To the right side, Garcia. Throws to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's Byron Buxton. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Got him swinging.
Batting third,
Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. On the ground to first.
Foul ball.
And foul ball. The 0-1.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Oh, look at the stop. And that's a nice play to end the inning. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Michael Garcia. And that one a little below the knees. And that is ball 1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swing and a foul out of play. That's hard hit on the line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. That gets by him. Now around second, going for third. The relay, and he's out. Now the left fielder, James Wood. And first offering is fouled off. No score here in the second. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Rooker under it. And there's two away. Salvi steps into the box now. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Just off the inside edge. The 1-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Liner, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the second. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. Pasquantino takes it himself. One pitch and one out. So up next, Shea Langoliers.
Nope, inside, ball two.
But you want. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that one's going to get into the corner. Throw comes into second. And that's a double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Way out front for strike two. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. Man at second. Look out. And it hit him.
Batting seventh, right fielder.
Next to hit, Lawrence Butler. Perez can't handle it. Gets away. Nothing happening on the bases, though.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
2 on, 1 out.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swing and a miss. And the count is even, 2-2. Good eye right there. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Batting 8th, first
Tyler
baseman,
Soderstrom
Tyler
up next for the A's. Doyle moving under it. And that's the inning. On to the third inning. Digging in, Vinny Pasquantino. Foul ball there. So now 1-2. Liner snagged it first. Brenton Doyle steps in for the Royals.
Ball one.
Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting 9th, right
Here's Lane
fielder,
Thomas.
Lane Thomas.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second.
Outside.
Ball outside. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Man at second. And there's a ball. Fastball for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Good job to fight that one off. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The Royals with a chance to score first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Witt in the box now. Takes strike one.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And there's a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That's a ball.
This one in the air, center field. Buxton settles underneath it, and that is that. Set for the bottom of the third. Jeff McNeil stands in.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And the count is 0-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. So the lineup flips over. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Jacob Wilson.
Ball, that's in. Hey!
Still tied at 0, last of the third.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Throw to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout. So digging in, Byron Buxton. His first at bat was a strikeout. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
At the plate, Nick Kurtz. Buxton off of first with 2 away. Quick move to first. Buxton back in there. Buxton on the run. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Runner on the go again. It's a pitch out. And now he's dead at first as he can't get back. That is the inning. As we go to the top of the 4th, here's the Royals designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. And a foul ball.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Rafael Devers up to hit. He's 0 for 1. Here goes the runner. That's in for a strike.
You got to be
safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Fought off foul.
Ball. Nope.
Fights it off. You'll see another. The Royals looking to strike first. Top half of inning number 4. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Buxton settles under this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Garcia. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And he went around. Just enough that time. 0-1. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Runner on the go.
Outside,
Pitch misses.
Highlight.
Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished. Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. 0 for 1 so far.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Swings through it for the K. Good job at damage control. Bottom 4, now the A's designated hitter, Nick Kurtz. Swing and a miss at a slider.
You know, these Athletics, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's the left fielder, Brent Rooker. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. And a couple of quick outs. Now, Shea Langoliers doubled his first time up.
Aye.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Ball.
Got him. Out number 3. All set for the start of the inning. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino.
Ball 2.
That one ripped.
That
And
ball's foul.
Foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two now. That one ripped right center field, carrying well. And that one is out of here. He'll take a jog around the bases. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0. Brenton Doyle steps in for the Royals. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one ripped left field. This one's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it.
They go with one of their more experienced arms. In this spot, Tyler Ferguson.
And that's a big potential run out there in second. as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Off balance throw in time. One away here in the fifth.
Up next for the
And
Royals,
now a huge
shortstop,
at-bat
Bobby
coming
Witt
up
Jr.
as Bobby Witt Jr. steps in. Gets him to chase after that one. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. Laser base hit in to score from third, and they take a 3-run lead.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, save. One out, the runner at second, and we're at the top of the fifth. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes Witt around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 4-zip.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Devers now. Shohei on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. They're in plenty of time. He's caught stealing. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Got him. That's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Muncy to hit. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Slings to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Next up for the A's, Lawrence Butler. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Struck him out swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. Late swing, foul to the left. That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
That's a ball.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Stays alive. The Royals leading by 4, last half of inning number 5. And that is that. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Maikel Garcia.
Well, these Royals, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
So up next, James Wood. Swing and a miss, strike one. Comes up empty.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
0-2 now. Got him. 2 out.
Up next for the Royals.
Next to hit, Salvador Perez. Hot shot to third. Muncy sends it to first. And that is that. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. That one to first.
Foul ball.
And that's just foul. Right side, Garcia. On to first.
Out.
Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Back to the top of the order now, Jacob Wilson. Up next for the A's.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
He swings and fouls one off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. That's to third. Devers throws on to first. Got him. 2 down, bases empty. Next up for the A's, Byron Buxton.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Two down, nobody on. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Top of inning number 7. Leading off, Vinny Pasquantino. And that is out of play. Here's the 0-1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
All over that one right there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Doyle swings through it for strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. And now the right fielder, Jack Caglione.
Ball. Damn.
The 1-0. Sliced hard but foul. Man at second. In the air, right field. Butler settles under it. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. Not in time.
Oh,
He's safe.
in there.
So back to the top of the order. And now the shortstop. Mark Leiter Jr. gets the call from the pen. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Step off and looks the runner back to third now.
Ball. That's him.
Not the best swing that time from the first round pick.
Ball 2.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the top half of inning number 7. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Thank you, buddy.
Up next for the Royals, the designated hitter.
Very
Shohei
big at bat
Ohtani.
coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And he's going to reset as he steps off the rubber. Runner on the move. Pitch
Nope,
misses.
that counts.
No throw. He's in there safely. Next pitch is
that's out.
outside. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. Second and third, 2 down. Three
Ball
2
3.
now. Gets a piece and stays alive. 3-2 now. On the ground. Nice grab. Over to first. And they get the out. Bottom of the 7th. Now the A's designated hitter, Nick Kurtz. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration. Hands whatsoever.
New pitcher in the game for the Royals, Carlos Estevez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now it's going to be Brent Rooker. Pitch out, but no action.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. They pitch out. To second, and he's out.
out.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 down. Next up for the A's, Shea Langoliers. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. Outside low. And the count 1-2. Got him. That's the 3rd out. We're at the top of the 8th. Stepping in, number 16.
Rafael Devers.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Ball.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's the first out. So now it's the full-hole hitter, Maikel Garcia. Just
Nope. Ball
missed.
one.
Out to short, Wilson. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, base is empty. And next up for the Royals, James Wood. Got it started a little too early, strike 1.
Yep, that ball went out.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. And these pitchers really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Ball, that's low.
And before the pitch, he steps off. Two down, nobody on. On the ground,
Nope,
right
that's foul.
side, and foul ball. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Ready for the bottom of the. Here's the third baseman. So the Royals bring on a new arm, Daniel Lynch.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. So digging in, Lawrence Butler, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Comes up empty. The A's down by 4 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the
So up next, Tyler Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom.
Check swing. He went. It's 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. All set to start the 9th in this one. Digging in, number 13. Liner snagged at first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. He's already homered in this game. That one pushed to the left and foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. The 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. At the plate, Brenton Doyle.
Ball. Hey!
And a big swing and a miss.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. And these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
And that one hammered. This one's got a chance. And it is gone. He muscles that one out the opposite way. And they add to their lead. It's 5-zip. So 2 down. Jack Caglione will hit next.
Ball, that's off the plate. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the 9th. Out towards right center field. Buxton on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Bottom 9. Here's the second baseman, number 22. Just missed. Looks like a pinch hitter for the A's. Austin Wynns.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
And they'll do it again. Way high.
Oh, that pitch is up.
And that's downstairs. Ball 3. This one in the air, right field, and it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2, throws to second, and he's into second with nobody out.
Up next for the A's.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. Substitution now at second base. On to run for the A's. Zach Geloff. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Lucas Erceg.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Runner takes off.
Inside,
Pitch
ball one.
inside. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. Runner at third, nobody out. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Swings and misses, struck him out. Next up for the A's, Byron Buxton. 1 for 3.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The A's down to their final out. And next is the designated hitter, Denzel Clark. Came into the game as a pinch runner. This is his first trip to the plate in this one. Now one missed. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the last half of inning number 9.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
They're down to their final strike.
That was straight queso right there. That
That's
was
ball two.
absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Got him, and that's the ball game. 5-0 the final.
Good game, dog. Man, you be hitting though. You get it. Right. Yeah, let's get one more right now.